Hello.
How are
Listen,
you?
I'm good. I did not give up. You know, you were supposed to come on at 8:30 our time, Eastern time, right? I said, I wonder if she's thinking that it's
I
her
did.
time.
I did. It's 7:58 where I'm at. So I'm like, okay, I have enough time because I was just in church. And so I was like, oh, I have enough time.
Oh, you know what? But guess what? I was able to get something out about myself, about my life, and about the trauma that I experienced that I hadn't talked about openly. And so I used that time to give them a story about myself, and then here you are. So it all worked
Yes.
out.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, let me just go in here and check. And plus, I'm not on my phone, on my daughter's phone because I left mine in the house. So I was like, I'll have enough time to go home, get my phone.
No,
Wow.
it's okay. I'm glad you joined because listen, I've already done the introduction. I've talked to them about what this project is about, and I told them how I reached out to you when I read about your story, and I said, you know what, I have to have her tell her story to us. And
Yes.
so you all, welcome to Trauma to Triumph Tuesdays, Trameka Pope. And Trameka, I would like for you to just start just quickly by telling them where you are in your life now, and then we'll go down memory lane.
Oh, well, of course, yes. So right now, I currently work as a brand ambassador for Big Brothers Big Sisters, where I promote and encourage mentorship. So getting volunteers to enroll and serve as a positive influence or a role model in a student's life to help them become the best version of themselves and reach their full potential. So I'm a firm believer of mentorship because mentorship saved me and actually introduced me to a lot of things that I wasn't aware of, or especially my college journey. So in a way, I feel like I'm giving back to communities because I'm able to go to different schools and interact with students and explain to them my story too, and give them courage and give them hope on being a part of something that can also benefit them in many, many ways, because I also was a part of something that did that as well for me. So that's what I currently
Oh
do
my
now.
gosh. That just made my heart smile so big. What you're
Yes.
doing is so important and it's so necessary. I'm so, so glad to hear that you are doing something like that, Trameka, and that your heart is in it. Like I could tell through when you were just talking about it, that your heart is
Yes.
in that. And we need that. We really need that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't an easy road for you though, was it?
No, of course not. Of course
Wasn't
not.
easy.
And not at
Well,
all.
no. So let's go back a little bit. I don't know how far you want to go back, but talk to us about when trauma first started in your life, and tell us about it and what happened.
Of course. So, I ended up being homeless first, and
How
then
old were you?
I was probably about maybe 10 or 11 when this
Elementary
happened.
school.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it was quite a while that we were homeless. So I'll probably say
Was it you and your mom?
no, my mom has 9 kids, so I have 8 siblings.
Really?
Yes. Yes, my mom have 9 kids. I have 3 sisters and 5 brothers.
And were all of you all homeless at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, your poor mom. Okay, so
Yes.
what did you all do?
So she ended up like having us stay with friends. We stayed with my grandmother. And we would stay with close people that my mama were cool with and would help us out. We also actually stayed in a shelter, but the shelter, my sister ended up coming one night with my mama in the shelter, didn't let my sisters eat. And my mom was like, I don't want to be at a place where you're supposed to be helping people, serving people, but you wouldn't even allow my I was what 10 my 14-year-old daughter eat, because she wasn't at the shelter with us at the time. She was staying with her godmama, and so my sister ended up coming with my mama, and they wouldn't feed her. So mom was like, okay, well, just take my food and feed my daughter. And they was like, no, we can't do that. So my mama left. She packed our bags up and
I
we
know,
left.
right? She stood for something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's a strong woman.
Yeah, she is really strong.
Okay, so y'all, you went from a shelter, and so when did? Okay, so just go ahead. I'm
Um,
sorry that I interrupted. Go ahead and
no,
finish telling
you're okay,
the
you're
story.
okay. I would probably say in about maybe sophomore year is when I got into a stable somewhat home. We had an apartment, but mama ended up getting an apartment. It was a 2.5 bedroom apartment. So we had
Mm-hmm.
like this area in our kitchen that wasn't a room. It was more like a pantry, but my mama turned into a room. So we all stayed there. And I was pregnant my 8th grade year. So um I became pregnant, and about around that time, Danielle was born in August. This was about in 2011. Yeah, I
So
graduated 8th
Danielle,
grade in
this is your
2011.
daughter.
Yes, that is my 10-year-old daughter who's about to be 11 in August.
Okay, so this was 10 years ago. So you said you were like eighth grade
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and got pregnant. And so were you
Yep.
scared? Like how were you scared? Was your
I
mom mad? Like you know what I
I
mean?
was I was terrified, like, because you so my personality, the person that I am, my heart, just I'm this really nice giving person, and like I already had like I knew my passion was to serve people, was to help people, was to work with people and things of that nature. So I will always tell people that I'm going to have a career where I can give back to communities. And this is way before my child. I said, like, I'm going to
Uh-huh.
have a foundation where I can make a scholarship for kids and things of that nature. So even from early on knowing that, and then like people was like, oh, Trameka, you're going to go to college, you're going to be great, you're going to achieve this. And then, even with me being pregnant, I still graduated as my 8th grade valedictorian. But I was like, oh my gosh, they might not let me be that person because I'm pregnant, and they don't want to set a um like I felt like it was a judgmental thing where it's like, well, how we have a 8th grade student valedictorian, but we telling kids to go to high school, go to college, achieve these goals and things like that, and this student might not even be that person. So like, what kind of example are we setting for our other students? So I was like, I know they not gonna. I felt like they wasn't gonna allow me to be it because of the
Right.
image that it was probably given, but I still graduated as valedictorian. And so around that, we were still homeless too. So we were still staying
Really?
with family members, my granny and stuff like that. And then the apartment that my mama ended up moving into, a couple of years within that time, the water gets cut off. So we have to take this big old pickle jug gallon thing, well, I don't know if you know, but in Chicago, like they be beating on the bucket. So we used to have like a lot of those in our house and had to fill them up with water for us to like shower in. And like, of course, my mama had gas, so she had to like fill them up with water. We had like jugs around our house for us to have like full baths and stuff like that. Like my mama, she's amazing because some of the things that we experienced and the struggles that I've seen in my life, and for her to make do with the limited resources that she had and things of that nature, I'm like, everybody else would have gave up. Like,
I need to talk. Is your mom still around?
uh,
She is.
she is, yes,
Okay. I need to talk to her next, Trameka, because listen,
yes. But
woo,
with school, so I ended up pregnant. Of course, I graduated high school. I actually spent 2 months out of school, and I had a homebound teacher. I went to Freshman Connection. So one of the aides, Doc Miss Jackson from SGA, ended up was like, oh, we have a program here to support students in your situation, young moms, teen moms, and things of that nature. So she was like, we can connect and work together and sign you up for the program. So luckily, me going to Freshman Connection allowed me to be a part of this program and help me get a homebound teacher so that I can stay caught up in school, stay up to date on things going on with school, and also be a mom to my child. So I didn't start school until October. And what's crazy is our first quarter grades, I had an F. And I've never had an F in my life. Like, I take my education and my school background very serious. So when I seen that I had an F, it kind of like brought uproar in the school, because my mom was like, "You're not gonna sit here and tell me that you felt my baby when she was at home." Like, and the homebound teacher was explaining to the other teacher that the assignment she's not able to complete because she don't have a computer at home. So the teacher was like, well, that's for her to find out how she gonna do this work. So when I came back to school, when I returned in person, the teacher told me that I was one of those students. I'm a be a statistic. I'm not gonna graduate.
Hey, sorry
And
about that.
sorry about that.
No, it's okay. We still here. Okay, so she said you were gonna be a statistic, that you were
Yeah.
not gonna graduate.
Yep. And so
Well,
I don't really like, I'm not someone who likes to brag or boast about the things that I've done or was able to do. Or I don't want to ever feel like, because one moment, I think the police finna mess with me.
what?
Hello, how you doing? Yeah, I'm on an Instagram interview call. Oh, okay, thank you so much. No, my name not Mariah. Thank you. Oh.
They were checking on you to make sure you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah. But yes, I was gonna be a statistic and things. I wasn't gonna see graduation. I wasn't gonna make it to college. And because of that, it's not what made me work as hard as I did. It kind of gave me low self-esteem and was like, this is reality, and I'm hearing thoughts that people actually have of me, even though I'm not this kind of person. So, I believe my actions spoke louder than me having to explain to someone the kind of female or girl that I was at that age, because I didn't say that I didn't have to vouch to you and say that I was fast. I wasn't trying to be fast. I didn't have to say that, I'm actually really smart. I actually did really good in 8th grade. I had to show you better than I could say, because you already had an image. You already had a judgment of me before I can even let you know who I was. And you've never met me. And me coming to school, my first day being in October, and you telling me that I gave you an F because you one of those students, is like, it can cause a student to have low self-esteem and their confidence, especially you being an
Yes.
educator. Like, if anything, you should be encouraging me. You should have been pushing me. You should have been that person in my corner, just being like, don't let your situations or your adversity stop you from becoming the best version of you and what you want to achieve in life. So, I worked hard. I put forth my effort of making sure I put my education first, making sure my daughter seen, my mama didn't let her situation hold her back, or she didn't allow me being here and her having to help raise me stop her from going to college, stop her from, graduating high school and things of that nature. And all the way up until high school, I was accepted into almost 26 schools. I was accepted into 26 schools. I earned over $1 million in scholarship funding collectively. So I was able to go places and attend college, and I finished college with a bachelor's degree in public health, minor in recreation park tourism administration. I received my master's degree in public health, and I'm currently enrolled in another master's program for education. So,
Period.
right. So it's not like I sat here and just allowed my situation to put me down the road that everybody else judged me to go down, when that's not the future that I had for myself before I got pregnant. And I wasn't going to allow me getting pregnant at an early age stop me from achieving those goals. So,
Woo, where did you come from? Oh my gosh, honey. Do you know, do you know that God, in my opinion, God put something inside of you long, long time ago. You know what I mean? because just being on this other end, listening to you, Trameka, that's all God, honey. It really, really is. And I am just so proud of you. I feel like, like, I feel like the proud auntie or something. Like, I'm so proud of
Thank
you.
you.
And I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful for the connection. I normally never just reach out to someone that I don't know. But I did that. God led me to do that. He said, ask her, ask her, because we needed to hear your story. There are so many young women who need to hear from you. They need that type of encouragement. They need to know that they are not just some piece of SHIT, that they are, you know what I mean? Like, people, things happen. Pregnancies happen. You know what I mean? It could have been something else, but you did not allow it to, you were not a statistic. You were not
Right.
what they said you
Right.
were. And you
Right.
had to show them. And that's
Right.
why I was like, in period. And I
Yes.
cannot
Yes.
wait to meet your mother. I'm serious.
Yes.
I want
Yes.
her on
Yes.
here, and I cannot wait to meet that woman,
Yes.
because she produced another amazing woman. And I'm willing to bet that you're 10 years, what do you say? She's 10 or 11.
She's 10. She'll be 11 in
I bet
August.
she is just as amazing as
Yes.
ever.
Yes.
Yes.
She just had before school let out in June, they had an award ceremony. And she received cheerleading captain like her mom. She received a track award. She received perfect attendance award. She received honor roll award. She's an IB ambassador. She received cross country award. In one of her extracurricular classes, she received most helpful and leadership student award. So from then, I'm seeing, like, my child is recognizing what her mother has did, and not only is she following along those similar footsteps, she's doing better. And that's what I want. Like, that's why I work as hard as I do, for her to see and be like, you know what, my mom was able to do this, so what's holding me back? What's
What's
stopping
holding
me?
me back from doing that
Exactly.
plus some more? Yes.
Exactly.
Black
Yeah.
Girl Magic.
So
I love it so much. I am so grateful that we were able to connect, Trameka. I would love for you to continue to be a part of this project, because I'm going to have some conferences. I'll make sure that you're able to get here. And I want young women to hear more from you. So I would love for us to stay connected.
of
If
course, yes.
if you have something going on up there in Chicago where you're going to be speaking or something, please tell me, let me know,
Of
because
course.
I travel. I love to have a great time. So I'm very
Yes.
serious about that. I really want you to be a part of this project as we continue to grow. So I appreciate this. Be on my YouTube channel. I want you to be able to share it with people
I
and
sure will.
help connect me with your mama, girl.
I definitely will, because
Okay.
if it weren't for her, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. And God. So
Amen.
that's
Man, amen.
very
I love it.
important.
I love it. God's
And
work.
thank you for this opportunity to speak with you and be on this platform with you, to let others know my story and to inspire people, because I feel like that's what God put me here for.
I know that's what he put you here for, honey.
Right.
I know that's what he put you here for. And also, before I let you go, because of the amazing things that you're doing and the programs that you're affiliated with, I may want to have you come on a Zoom. We have a show called Spotlight Over the City. And I'll send you the link to it just so you can take a peep at it. But it'll be good for you to have like a small segment in the fall to just talk about not the trauma that you went through per se, but to talk about the amazing things that you're working on now, and the things that you're involved in. So I'll talk to you about that as well. I
Of
just wanted to
course.
put that in your spirit now. And anything else that you'd like for anybody to know about Trameka before I let you go?
Don't give up. Don't let nobody shoot your goals or dreams down. Achieve them. Shoot for the stars. And one of my favorite phrases is to be the best version of yourself, because can't nobody else help you get. Can't nobody stop you from getting there but you. You your
That's
only.
right.
Right. So
You only got one you, y'all. You only got one you.
exactly.
And you are
Exactly.
beautifully and wonderfully made. Yes, you are.
Exactly.
Yes, you are. Yes, I am. Yes, all of us are. Yes. How can people follow you? Follow your journey. What's your Instagram? Or
Um,
is it open?
yeah, it should
Okay.
be, but I'll go double check. But it should be. My social media is my name, Trameka Pope. That's Trameka Pope, Pope. My Instagram name is Trameka A511. My baby birthday.
Hey.
So
I love it.
yes, yes.
I love it.
I respond back. I'm very friendly. I talk to people, interact with people. I'm a very people's person.
I
My
can
friends tell me
tell.
all the time, you
I
talk to
can
any and
tell.
everybody. I sure do.
I can tell. Well, listen, for those of you all watching, if you have a story of trauma to triumph that you want to share with me, please send me an email, info@trauma2triumph.com. We also have a website. You can go and check out the website, www.trauma2triumph.com. You can DM me. We're getting these stories out. We are going to change the lives of millions of women of all ethnicities, all backgrounds, all age groups.
Mm-hmm.
We are all in this together. All of us have some sort of a story, you all, and you'd be surprised at the number of people who are not as courageous as Trameka or myself or other women who are willing to tell their stories. And those are the women we have to reach. We have to reach those who are not as courageous, but they have the
Mm-hmm.
same types of issues, the same stories that they can relate to and connect with, because we're helping them every week by sharing our stories. And so I thank you again, Trameka. I thank all of
Thank
you who have
you.
been here hanging out with me tonight for a whole hour almost. I appreciate all of you so much. And we will be back next Tuesday with another amazing woman and another amazing story of how she turned her trauma into triumph. So until next week, y'all look for this video. Is going to be on the Trauma to Triumph YouTube page. Please subscribe. That I need to get the subscriptions. We need to get it going. Get it. It's going to be a movement, y'all. We're going to get this up
Mm-hmm.
across the world. So let's go. All
Thank
right.
you.
Hey, Susan. Someone just joined. Hey, girl. Hey, Susan. Thank you so much, Trameka. I'll DM you.
Okay, thank
Bye.
you so
Bye,
much.
everybody.